I wanted to have a career in film probably since high school, secondary school, when I was at Enfield Grammar. I played a lot of sport, but once I realised that I wasn't going to play for Tottenham, I'd always been interested in films and performing arts like theatre and musicals and whatnot. And one of my teachers in my media studies lessons was a real film buff, and he kind of inspired me to watch more films. And through that, I then got the bug, and I was just like, I really want to do this. And then when I was choosing universities, I wanted to do a course that I thought was relevant for me. I wanted to do something that I enjoyed, and I wanted something which I thought could go towards a definite career. So I chose film studies at Warwick. And then from there, I watched something crazy like 500 films over 3 years. And yeah, just fell in love with it. I mean, it didn't really help for the actual industry that much, but just the actual knowledge and everything, it inspires you by watching stuff. And the teachers and the tutors that we had were incredible. Martin Scorsese is a massive influence. Danny Boyle, big influence, mainly for his work with actors and also just his varied output. I mean, there are countless though. I mean, lots of foreign directors who people probably wouldn't even have heard of. And I think you can take inspiration from a lot of different sources because you've got to have a wide scope of influences. So there's numerous. I could go on for a long time about that. Industry-wise, I definitely want to focus on directing long-term. I mean, at the moment, I have to pay my dues, production assisting and whatever on films, to earn a keep. And also just to learn, but definitely directing is the focus because you're in control of what you're doing. You're the person who people ask questions to. You're the person who's driving it forward. It's your vision, and I think I enjoy that responsibility. And also, I don't want to be making tea for the rest of my life. I want to be the guy calling the shots, and that's the key position. And I enjoy it as well. So that's the other thing. I'm currently working on a big Hollywood feature called Jack the Giant Killer, which is being directed by Bryan Singer, who did The Usual Suspects and the first 2 X-Men films. It's based on the lore of Jack and the Beanstalk and stars Nicholas Hoult from Rule Number 3. So yeah, I think he's a bit worried I'm stalking him. Ewan McGregor, Stanley Tucci, and a predominantly British cast. And it's going really well. I'm doing second unit production work on that. It's crazy long hours, but it's all good for the CV and you meet lots and lots of people. I've been able to promote the film to them as well. So yeah, it's all working out really well. In 5 years' time, I see myself hopefully getting close to directing my first feature film, I would suggest. I'm thinking about going to the National Film School to do the directing course, which is a 2-year master's essentially, mainly because psychologically I don't view myself as a director. It's more a side issue. But when you go there, apart from the fact that tuition and the kudos is so great, you get to make 5 films over 2 years as a director. And so when you come out, that's what you are. You're a director rather than a director on the side. And that's what I want to be, because it's hard when you're trying to fit in your own projects around work, because the hours on Jack the Giant Killer and X-Men, which I did previously, are like 16, 17-hour days. And so you get home and you go to bed. You don't have a huge amount of time. And I think I want to psychologically tell people I'm a director. And I think the clear way to do that is proper film school, because then I know then that's what I am. If the feature happens before that though, obviously I'll take the money and run.